We're back. Anyways, I thought it would be fitting to start in the greenhouse because this is where most of the action happens in the springtime. I'm very, very behind on everything. And for those of you who don't know or don't follow me on Facebook, I quit my job the other day to do this full time. Now, it's a very poor start to the season, but hopefully today we are going to turn things around and it'll be a new beginning for us. I started a new job because I thought that it would help with bills and, being who I am, I can't do anything and reassure myself that it's the right thing unless I absolutely try my hardest at it. So I tried it, was an assistant manager at a store for a whole year, no raises, was being taken advantage of essentially, and I wasn't happy. I love my customers, I love my teammates that I worked with, but it just wasn't the right decision. So here we are, moving forward. I have some stuff already growing in the garden. As you can see, it's been neglected from erosion. Like I said, very rough start this year, but it's okay. We're going to rebound. We're going to turn this around and, do what we need to do. Now that my full attention is here again, it's going to be successful. I just know it. I feel it in my bones, and God's got us. So we've got some onions and garlic planted. Down the middle row right here, I have radishes, I do believe. Don't really remember what that is. I do think it's radishes though. All the way up to the top row, as you can see, it's a little spotty here and there from where it's been washed out of the rows from all the rain we've had, but they're still growing. It's still going to be edible at the end of the day. It's all right. And then right here, starting at the end of this stick, we have rutabaga growing, the American purple top variety. These did extremely well for us last year, and when I say extremely well, we had rutabagas running out of our ears. I did plant them a little bit too close, so we had a few that were a little smaller than we liked, but they were still edible. Nothing wrong with them at all. The customers who bought them loved them, so we're doing it again this year. And we also love having it for meal times too, so it's not going to go to waste. So the last video that I made, all of this was very densely overpopulated boxwood, and we have cleared most of it out. It took us a full year to get to this point. Still needs a lot of work. We still have piles of concrete from the previous owners dumping out here. We've taken numerous trips to the scrapyard to get rid of all the junk that was here. So we've cleared out some pines that were absolutely decimated by pine beetles, getting rid of a lot of the undergrowth that, and overcrowded trees that just it wasn't serving a purpose. We're still pulling out junk, wood with nails in it, glass, license plates, just trash. It was just, this whole property was a huge mess, and that's why we got it for so cheap. But if you follow Jason and Lorraine from Sow the Land, you know that, they'll tell you buy cheap, buy ugly, and that, make it what you want. So last year we had our greenhouse set up right there. You can still see, focus, you can still see the outline of where it was at. So this year we've moved it over here closer to where the chickens are going to be permanently, closer to the, the front of the garden area. These chickens are just working this top hillside where we're going to have another garden placed. But the chickens are actually going to go back here along the fence line instead of being over here. So that's where they're going to go. There's still junk back here that we have to take to the dump. Just from piles of junk that's been left laying around. When we first got out here and started looking at the property, this section right here, you couldn't even see the ground. at all around these trees. You can see where we had to burn probably 10 inches of pine straw off the top of the junk. We didn't even know that there was junk under it. And that's how long this stuff had been sitting. Just, you know, piles and piles of junk. I'm 5'6", and this pile was taller than I am. And, you know, we've started trying to grade this down a little bit. We're trying to get this tree up by the stump because it's in the way. We had burnt around it and it was a little bit damaged, and then we believe it got struck by lightning during one of the storms that came through and just blew it out basically and set the whole top of the tree on fire. So we're trying to get rid of that so we can grade this to where the water flows naturally down in this creek we have back behind the house. And then this concrete pile here, we plan on trying to salvage these smaller pieces to make raised beds with. And yeah, we just scooped it up and dumped it over here, but there's still junk in here too. We've got to go through. Like, that's a trash bag. Just a disintegrated trash bag. You know, plastic, heart, an old, I don't even know what that, it looks like half of a bucket. Hinges are in here. Like, a big hinge off of something. So as you can see, we've had our hands full just sorting through everything and trying to make sense of the destruction that the previous owners caused here. This is a pile of tin that was just scattered all out of the woods. So we just kept piling and piling and piling. There's still more back there where they were dumping it over into the creek area. We've got more tin over here propped up. I mean, guys, this whole property has just been very time consuming, but we're happy about how it's shaping up. We really are. And you look down here, I'm not going to walk down there because it's really muddy. That is all scrap metal. So we're not even close to being done with this property and cleaning it up. So for future plans, we're still selling at our farm stand. We've been doing that the whole time while I was working. But we're going to continue to be a farmstead. We're going to, you know, raise the food we eat. We're going to continue to sell to our community and help out in any way we can with our community, because we love this community that we found up here. It has just been the best possible decision we could have ever made. But yeah, going forward, we can't wait to see where it takes us. And this is a brand new day. All right. Thanks for watching. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful day.